Dan and Ashley here, play-by-play for the Abby Canucks. You got it locked in the line change, a Vancouver Canucks podcast.
What's up, Canucks Nation? Welcome back to the Line Change. And if you're new, welcome to the Line Change. Now, two brothers, one dream, and a city that's waiting for its next homegrown superstar. Liam and Markus Ruck to the Vancouver Canucks. Is it just wishful thinking, or is it destiny? Are they destined to become Vancouver Canucks, much like Daniel and Henrik Sedin did all those many years ago? I'm breaking down who the Ruck twins are, their local connection, and why this is the draft move that every Canucks fan is praying for. Let's get into it. So we're going to go over an article that talks about the Ruck twins and kind of, lets you know, like, just who they are. And, they are, of course, twins. They are local boys. They're from BC. And they are absolutely lighting it up in the WHL this year. Both of them, or at least I know that one of them has already surpassed 100 points. The other one is just 1 point away from hitting that century mark. And just think of that for a second. Two twin brothers who are almost at 100 points in a season. Absolutely incredible. But let's go ahead and dive into this real quick. And of course, here's the title of this article that is brought to us by the Hockey News. It says here, are Liam and Markus Ruck destined to become Canucks? So it says here, and of course, this article is written by, I'm probably going to mispronounce this person's last name, but it's Lucas Bernasirich. I probably mispronounced that, and I apologize for that. But he goes on to say, as the regular season nears its conclusion, the only thing on the minds of Vancouver Canucks management is, of course, the upcoming NHL draft taking place in late June. And of course, we found out just the other day that the draft lottery is happening on May 5th. So a little under 2 months from now. Now, of course, this is the chance for the Canucks to turn their franchise around and add new players to their prospect pool. But two players in particular are grabbing the attention of Canuck fans, and that is, of course, Medicine Hat Tigers forwards and twins, Liam and Markus Ruck. Bring on the Ruckus. The two players are drawing much attention from Canucks fans with hopes that they could be a reincarnation of the Sedin twins. As much as that could be a big stretch to think, there is a world where both players become Canucks after the 2026 draft in Buffalo. So let's take a look. Who are the Ruck twins? The Ruck boys are BC-born players currently having a great season in the Western Hockey League. With the Medicine Hat Tigers, both Rucks will hit 100 points by the end of the regular season. They have a nearly identical stat line. Markus, this is a older article. Obviously, I forget which one has the 100 points, but one of them, as I mentioned, has hit 100 points. The other one is still, from last I checked, is still stuck on 99. Actually, let me quickly look that up for you guys real quick right now. Okay, so we're looking at Liam Ruck right now. He is at... Okay, so Liam Ruck is at 99 points right now. And it is Markus Ruck who is at 102 points. So there you go. Liam Ruck is at 99 points and Markus Ruck is at 102. The two brothers have a clear chemistry with one another, just like Daniel and Henrik Sedin had for nearly 20 years in Vancouver. When they play together and have the chance to create offense, amazing things happen for their teams. Liam and Marcus's performances this season are a major reason why the Tigers currently sit second in the Eastern Conference in the WHL standings. Cool little image here by the hockey writers, with Markus and Liam Ruck, destined to be Canucks prospect spotlight. Great stuff. There are differences in how they play, just like how Henrik Sedin was the playmaker and Daniel was the finisher. The Rucks have a similar style in their duo. Liam is seen as more of a goal scorer than his brother. He currently has, here, let me make sure these stats are accurate. Because again, this article is from March 13th, so this article is actually from a week ago. So looking at Liam, he currently has 43 goals and 56 assists, while Markus has 20 goals and 82 assists on the season. Liam has clearly taken the finisher role in the duo, and Markus has taken the distributor role. As for who is a better player, Stephen Ellis of Daily Faceoff spoke with Canucks Army, and he believes Liam is the better player. The NHL scouts like him just a bit more than his brother. But he also added that the twins work so well together that an NHL team should draft them both. If they're not drafted by the same team, it's an absolute wasted opportunity, said Ellis. These two players know each other so well. Of course, the big question, could they both become Canucks? There's a very real possibility that both of these players are drafted by the Canucks, just like how Brian Burke pulled off the miracle of miracles to get the Sedins back to back in 1999. The Rucks are now projected to be late first-round picks in this upcoming draft. Well, the Canucks are projected to get a late pick in that round from the Quinn Hughes trade. That pick is still up in the air based on where it will land, but it's safe to say that it will be somewhere in the 20s. Also, I believe it's also mentioned that Markus could potentially be in the early, like they mentioned, late first round. He could also very well go early second round as well. Wherever the pick lands, the Canucks will need to somehow acquire either the pick before it or after it, because many believe that neither one of them will make it to the second round. If the Canucks really want to draft both of these players, they should have no problem moving up in the draft to select them, because Vancouver has a stockpile of picks and assets to trade and be aggressive. We may also live in a world where the Canucks don't need to move up to select either of these players. Vancouver currently possesses the Wilds pick, which will be in the 20s. And if they finish last in the league, they're guaranteed to have the first pick of the second round. Every year, some players fall into the second round that everyone thinks will be taken in the first. Andrew Cristal in 2023, Igor Chernyshov in 2024, and Simon Wang in 2025. Both Chernyshov and Wang were taken as the first pick in the second round. So for Vancouver, there could be a situation where the team takes Liam Ruck with the pick from Minnesota and then Markus with their own second round pick, which will be 33rd overall now that the Ottawa Senators will be picking 32nd no matter what. Selecting both of these players would be such a great story for Vancouver, as it would add to the tradition of identical twins playing for the franchise. It will be even more important to fans because they are BC-born players as well. The Rucks have fantastic talent and would be a great addition to the Canucks prospect pool, beginning to reignite the youth movement in Vancouver. And that is this article. So great stuff from the hockey writers. Just a little insight as to who the Ruck twins are. Trust me, when I first heard about these two, I was like, okay, you've got to get these two. It's like what the article said. They're basically a reincarnation of the Sedin twins. And plus, a lot of people feel as though the Canucks stand a very good chance of drafting both of these brothers. Like what was mentioned in the article, you have the Canucks' Minnesota pick, they can easily pick one of the brothers with that pick. And then, of course, they're getting that first pick in the second round, permitting Ottawa doesn't pick the other brother, with the 32nd pick. They could easily get the second brother with their first pick in the second round. And, if the Canucks do that, Canuck fans will rejoice. They'll be so happy, myself included. And hey, if they actually also end up getting the first overall pick and end up drafting Gavin McKenna, and you pair these three together, because remember, Liam and Markus Ruck currently play for the Medicine Hat Tigers. Where did Gavin McKenna used to play before he joined Penn State? He played for the Medicine Hat Tigers, and he actually played on a line with Liam and Markus Ruck. And that was the same season that Gavin McKenna had his 129-point season. And now this year, both Ruck twins are at almost 100. Well, one of them is at 100 points. The other one is literally a point away from reaching 100. Imagine if we had that as a, line, the Ruck twins and Gavin McKenna. That would be absolutely crazy. But I want to know what you guys think. Are you guys, ready to bring on the ruckus? Do you think Liam and Markus Ruck are destined to become Vancouver Canucks? Let me know in the comments down below. And let's, of course, take a look at the NHL betting odds for this. For today, which is March 20th. So we are going to look at, let's go with Carolina and the Toronto Maple Leafs. So you have Carolina at a minus 1.5 on the puck line and a plus 114, while the Toronto Maple Leafs are at a plus 1.5 and a minus 135 on the puck line. The Hurricanes are a minus 218 on the money line, and the Maple Leafs are a plus 180. Just a reminder, these odds are, of course, subject to change. And, of course, please play responsibly. On that note, I'd like to thank the sponsor of this video, none other than DraftKings Sportsbook, which is, of course, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, is built for the fastest game on ice. With player props and live betting, every shift, every shot, every save gives you options to get in on the game with DraftKings Sportsbook. New customers bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THPN, that's code THPN, to turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8 HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois, 21 plus in most states. Void in Ontario, restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which will expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. This is a limited time offer. Copyright 2026 NHL, all rights reserved. This video has been a presentation of both DraftKings Sportsbook as well as the Hockey Podcast Network. Be sure to check out the network for your favorite podcast covering your favorite team at thehockeypodcastnetwork.com, the home of hockey podcasts, where it's every team, everywhere. Now, of course, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to The Line Change, and be sure to have your notifications turned on so you don't miss more in-depth analysis of your Vancouver Canucks. Once again, drop your comments down below. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys on the next Line Change.